Okay, this is part two. I get off the top of the mountain and Aspen Snowmass, 12,500 vertical. Top my poles. Like, I'm gonna go this way this time, which I should not have gone this way. Right, I'm up there, 12,500, right. And I've skied down, last year several times, but it is very dangerous up there. The mountain shifts, is what I've noticed. So, anyways, all right, I'll go this way. Stay to the right. Because to the left, it wasn't really that good. So I'm like, stay to the right. So I'm staying to the right. I get about 11,400, and or it's sheer cliff at this point. I'm going, okay. You got it. I go, wait a minute. And I look down and I'm like, oh my God, what is this? It's like two her sister has wiped out. Her skis are 20 or 30 feet up. I say, stop, just stop. And I'm like, okay, she's not getting her skis. So pick the skis up. Good ski racer. Ha! All right, so all right, I get on down towards her where she's wiped out. And I'm like, I'm going to get you your skis. So I got her to grab her skis. And then I'm like, you're not going to be able to make it there. So it was real icy. I say, get over into the crusty part. She came down. I made it real quick a place where she could stand up and I helped her get her skis on. I'm like, oh my God, we're at 11th. I was like, where's your mom and dad? Oh, they're at home. I'm going, you're at 11,400 squared, 400, right, altitude. I'm like, okay, are y'all okay? They were not, but 4 or 5 feet tall. Okay. I'm like, I better, just kind of, a couple of people came up and said, oh, you're the ski instructor? I said, no, I'm not the ski instructor. Mom and dad are at home. They were like, what? No snowmass, there was no ski patrol anywhere, All right, so they go on down. I'm like, you better really, kind of, we're on kind of like, the back side of Aspen Mountain. It's nice, beautiful skiing, but, all of a sudden her other sister, she wipes out. And I'm like, oh my God, stop, stop. So her other sister stops and it's like, oh my God, helped her get her skis back on. And I said, look, I said, y'all go ahead. I'll follow behind to make sure that, y'all make it home. And of course they made it home. Now I'm on the totally right side of Aspen Mountain and I'm asking the ski lift attendant, how do I get back to Aspen? It's like, you got to go all the way back up to the top of the mountain. I'm like, oh, great. And then take Adams Avenue. I'm like, all right, I will. Then you got to go all the way across the mountain. So, but I did save the little girls' lives, and I'm like, they're it's like, where are their parents? It's like they're at home. Because I asked him, where are your mom and dad? It's like, they're at home. I'm like, okay, and you're at 11,500 vertical? Future Olympians. But I did get them home, and I did make it back, but it was incredible. And so, you know, saved her at the top there, got her skis, and we all kind of, you know, got skiing down. I was like, you know, you better kind of like follow them. Then her sister, she wiped out. And so we got her sister's skis on. They're not but about 3, 4, 5 feet tall, okay, with helmets and everything. And I'm like, wow. And they're up here just, you know. And so we get, and the people coming up going, you know, you're their dad. It's like, no, I'm not. Are you the ski instructor? It's like, no. And then there's no ski, but their mom and dad are at home, and they're like, oh my God. A couple of people did, they just skied on. Like, what? So I'm like, you know, I'm going to make sure they get home. So then her little sister wipes out. We get her skis on. And I'm like, you know, y'all keep going. I'll be behind you. And all right, towards the end there, now really good skiers, okay? No, really good skiers. I'm like, you know, just, well, part of the way I went in front of them and, you know, tap like this. I'd give them a little couple tricks on how to tap and turn. You know, they got me back behind them because I'm thinking they could wipe back out again. So so they get down to Twin Creeks, and the girls, of course, they know exactly where they go. They go on off to, you know, mom and dad's place, and I'm like, okay, good, they've made it. And I'm like, where am I? You're to the right of Aspen College. Oh my God! I asked the girl at the lift. I say, how do I get back to Aspen? She goes, you got to go all the way up to the top of this lift and then go, and then cut it around and, go, you know, take Adams Avenue. And I'm going, okay, great. But I saved the girls' lives. And they were going, thank you, mister. Thank you. I would help them get their skis. Thank you, mister. I'm like, wait a minute. Where is your mom and dad? They're at home. I'm not the ski instructor, right? I guess I was. They're at home. I'm like, man, we had to get the ice off the one girl. She about went off the side of the mountain. I was like, oh, get in the crusty part and come down here. She's going off the side of the mountain up there, and I'm like, 11,750 altitude, and her sister's like, be careful. It's like, we've got her skis and everything. She's coming down. You know, it was almost like a thing like, you know, hold, do not drop your skis. Then she comes down, finally got them on. It was very treacherous. And so, okay, finally saved their lives, saved my life. And I'm like, okay, you girls have a good time. Okay, thank you, mister. Oh my God. So then it's like, right. I'm like, where am I going to? It's like, you're going back up to the top and taking Adams Avenue. I'm like, thank you, ma'am. And she just smiled. And she was a Western girl. Right. You know, it's like, she just laughed. It's like, okay. So, yeah. And then I made it back and everything. And then, you know, I found out I won the gold medal at NASTAR 2022 championships. Totally awesome. Hopefully I will be there next year. I want to thank Bill Madsen, Sugar Mountain, everyone. Okay. But saving the girls was, that was crucial. We basically skied the back side of, we came off the totally top of the mountain. It was like, you know, A lot of people are going to the right. You don't want to go to the right. You kind of want to stay to the left, but I'm not going to tell you which trail to go. It's I skied 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. When I won the bronze medal, I skied Aspen Snowmass from the top several times. And then after several times, I was like, you need to stop skiing from the top to the bottom because, you're not really skiing with somebody. And in April, right, when I was out there skiing, I went to the top and everything, and these really fast skiers, I don't know if they were the U.S. ski team or what, they came by, and I was like, okay, yeah, how's it going? And it can be dangerous up there. And you really do need to be skiing with somebody. So I don't know if I'm going to be skiing to the top and bottom anymore. So, I mean, I might. I have. I mean, I did a lot. At Squaw Valley, I went to the top and the bottom. The top, the bottom, I was supposed to be in the dual competition, and I was skiing from the top to the bottom because I didn't know I was supposed to be in the duel, and I figured, well, I'm not racing anymore this weekend. And so I went to the top of Squaw Valley. Then you go to the left, and then you're at the chimney. Chimney top. And you go off the chimney, and they cut it off the second time. And like I said, it was I was supposed to come in at Squaw Valley. I went down. Oh, the gate, something happened at the gate twice. So they gave me a third proposition. And then I went down again, and I was in the total fog. You couldn't see me until I came out. Right? It was really crazy. So I came out of the finishing gate, right? And the lady was there and said, oh, okay, yeah, I finished. she was like laughing. And she's writing it down. I was like, I don't care. What I thought I would have been, I was faster than that she wrote down, but it's okay. So really came in fourth at Squaw Valley. Then I went to Aspen, Colorado. I won the bronze. And then this year, Aspen, Colorado, I won the 2022 National Championships gold medal. So, I'm apparently supposed to be moving up to another division. And I don't know if it's one more or two more from that. And then you race the top of the right. All of the racers race against each other. All right, I'll be updating everybody. It's all right. It's unbelievable. It's crazy. And thank you. I want you to be rooting for me. Rafi White, Jerome Heischer, and Enzo Heinzel.